boop, bop. Jeez, Greetings to everybody from Dementis. Welcome back to a stream. I don't know why my brain just shut down halfway through that intro. Woo. Kinda, yeah, actually. No, we are here. Let me go ahead and swap out our music real quick. Oh, whoops. Also, boop, I hit the wrong thing. Cool. Super great. Okay, now they can hear you. But no, greetings to everybody from Dementis. My name is Colin, and welcome to the stream. Today I'm joined by my friend Rose.
Hello.
Hooray. And today we are playing something I've been excited about. Okay, I'm not too late. This only came out last year. I see that 2025 there, so that's good. That's important to know that I'm not super late to
enough-ish.
Yeah, exactly. It's recent enough that it's only up to version 1.10 instead of 1.0.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think this came out back in July of last year, so I'm not too far behind. But no,
well,
this
I believe that is actually... There's not a second decimal. I think that's 1.10. So it's had 10 updates
correct.
Since its release.
Yep. And apparently 1.02 is where they added in a function to be able to, like, if you don't have a transfer pack thing working, you can go ahead and get additional content by putting a code in. But I followed their guide and I have the transfer pack working on this Project 64 like I should, like they say. So hopefully I get the additional content as well. Here's hoping.
Fingers crossed.
But anyway, so yes, we are playing today Hero of Law. For those who don't know, I'm a big fan of Ace Attorney. I need to turn this stuff down. Holy crap. This is all so loud.
It's so loud.
It really is. Like, holy crap. I think it might still be overpowering me in the stream, even. So, there. Okay, maybe I can turn it up a little bit based on how the meter's looking, so... Boop. Okay, that looks to be good. But no, for those who don't know, I frickin' love Zelda. I also frickin' love Ace Attorney. There's a lot of videos of both on my channel, and the match made in heaven right here. Hero of Law. This is an Ocarina of Time ROM hack that turns Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time into an Ace Attorney game. Now, I know nothing about the plot of it. The most I know is that any time I get recommended a video of it, like a stream, they're all approximately like 4 hours long. I probably won't be doing this all in one sitting. My streams are typically about 2 to 2.5 hours. So this will probably be only like the first half of the game and do this other, give or take, depending on tangents. But our other friend, Glorified Thief, is not here. So tangents are a little less likely. Very probable, but less likely. So
Tangents are 67% as likely.
How dare you?
What? I'm trying to give us all three equal amounts.
Oh, not what I thought you were going for. But yes, that makes sense. Okay. So, and it looks like I got it all nice and good image-wise. Hopefully I've got this widescreen working properly. But no, we are going to dive on in. Again, I don't know the plot. The most I know are two characters that are in it. Link and Ganondorf. That's the extent of my knowledge. Otherwise, I already love this, because this looks like a great recreation of the core room from Ace Attorney. So, we got the witness stand, we got the two defense table, we are with the two lawyer tables, and we got Udgy's podium up there. We've also got the peanut gallery as well, so very curious as to how this is going to look. So I hope I have the controls mapped as well, because I'm playing this on my Wavebird wireless GameCube controller. Because 20-plus-year-old technology works better with my computer than frickin' controllers that came out 2 years ago. Just
computer things.
Yeah. Just modern tech things, woo. But trying to map it to Project 64 was a little on the interesting side, so I don't know, we'll see how this works. Hopefully this doesn't require too many controls. But I at least can navigate menus properly. I know at least that much, which, if this is an Ace Attorney game, is probably like all this is going to be, which I'm fine with. Anyway, Hero of Law, let's go ahead, dive on in. Let's see what we get. A black screen. Okay. This game autosaves after each scene. Do not turn off the console while the saving icon is displayed. And yes, they really, really wanted me to play it on actual hardware. Unfortunately, I don't have an EverDrive. It's so quiet. Is this going to be Malin? Do you think they forgot? Because it looks like we're... Oh, man, we're actually... Yeah, this is... Oh, we've got eye drops there. Forget a royal visitation? No one can make such a blunder, princess. Oh, it's Zelda. Okay. Is Zelda getting murdered?
Oh, boy.
Well, I guess I should just go in then.
all over again.
Oh, hey, yo, this is like, Oh.
Oh, no.
Talon's dead and Malin's just snoozing with a poacher's saw in her hand. Oh my god, I already love this. March 17th, 9:37 a.m. Hyrule Grand Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. I already fucking love this.
This is incredible.
Court record! Please tell me that's... It can't be all inner monologue. But that'd be really funny if Link was only inner monologues because he doesn't fucking speak. Oh, let me turn full focus over to the game because I don't want that static happening. I think I'm gonna have to suffer through it though, because just Project 64 things. Anyway, you know, times like this though, I wish I had an EverDrive because yeah, I'm sure this works great on the actual console. Anyway, because that was their preferred method out of all the ways they listed.
Right.
This particular version of Project 64 that I have, that I just happen to have for Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask, is like their second best option. But, no, the EverDrive on N64 was the preferred way. But I don't have a means of doing that, so... You'd think that after so many years of doing this, I'd be used to the stress. So why am I shaking? Gah, I guess it's a lot worse when it's your friend's life that's on the line. Come on, gotta look professional. She can't see you like this. Oh god, is Malin gonna be like Maya? Speaking of her, though, where is she anyway? Hey, you, over there!
Oh, hey, he does speak alike.
You want to take a stab at random soldier number 1?
Sure, hold on. Huh? What is it, attorney? The trial isn't starting yet.
But will be soon, right? Would you happen to know why my client isn't here yet? I didn't get to speak much with her when she was arrested, so I was hoping I could at least exchange a word with her now.
Well, you weren't the only one with the idea.
Yo, so that's freaking great, actually. Wahaha, the guard at Kakariko who guards the way to Death Mountain always has that laugh whenever it is that you talk to him, because he doesn't believe that you're a hero. So,
right.
That's such a subtle detail, but I appreciate it.
I believe she is currently in the prosecutor's lobby. He wanted to talk to her as well.
What? What is up with this guy? He bars me from the crime scene, blocks my detention center visits, and now this?
Not to worry, she will definitely be here before the trial.
I'm digging the music, by the way.
Right?
Great, that'll be a joyous 5 minutes indeed. But there's nothing I can do but wait. I already love this. Sometime later. Okay, this is ridiculous. How much longer can he keep her?
Oh, see? There she is. No need to get all worked up.
That is a great flash animation that everyone should watch at least once. There she is. Has very much been on the brain, so just seeing the words like,
okay.
oh, reference! Oh, cool. They did the thing with the dialogue. Slightly higher pitch for the text scroll. Is something wrong? Did I hear shouting? So much for looking professional. No. Don't worry. Everything's fine. This is Malin. Ever since we met in Hyrule Castletown all those years ago, we've been great friends. I also have to remember that we are probably... This is going to be just flat out a fan fiction. I have to put myself kind of in fan fiction brain for this. Her heart's in the right place. I know she cared deeply about her father. Oh, she's totally Maya. That pose? Oh, Malin is totally our Maya for this. This is gonna be great. She even has permanent access to her own burgers. Anyway. If everything's fine, why do you look so worried? Well... Oh my god! I genuinely love the Maya animations. I'm gonna be, like, looking for every single one now. How'd the investigation go? Did you find anything? Yes, the investigation. I found tons of, groundbreaking stuff. Particularly that my opponent's a real scumbag. What'd the prosecutor want from you anyway? Well, it was mostly just threats. He kept explaining in detail what'll happen to me if I'm found guilty. Doesn't sound like a vital discussion that needed to happen right before the trial. He probably just did that so we wouldn't have as much time to talk. You believe in me, right? I didn't do it. I'd never. Oh yeah, you get dialogue choices.
Well...
The chaotic part of my brain wants to say well, but nah, the part of me that actually wants to play the game says... Of course I believe you! Although, I'll be honest, things aren't looking very good right now. What's that you've got there? Oh, this is just a pictograph of Father I carry around. Oh, we got Rich Ingo. I just can't believe he's gone. Oh, right, I was gonna mention earlier, I liked the, like, early teen Zelda model they used. Like, I don't know where that... I imagine that's just originally made a custom model for this game. But it looked really good, because it definitely wasn't Kids Zelda, and it definitely wasn't Adult Zelda, so it's gotta be, like, Teen Zelda, and it looked good. Obviously, they didn't do the same for Malin here, because this is very much her adult model, but whatever. I can't believe he's gone. Anyway. Yeah, I want to look at it too much. Attorneys... Oh my god, it's the light medallion.
Let's go. That's
fucking
awesome.
That's hilarious. And actually really fitting. That looks pretty damn good. Okay. Proof that can stand in court as an attorney. Oh, profiles. What do we got? Malin, age 27. Okay. My longtime friend and defendant in this case. Talon, deceased, the victim, owner of Lon Lon Ranch, and Malin's loving father. Okay, then. I wish I knew how to cheer her up right now. I'm not very good at handling emotional clients. Hey, you know, that pictograph could be really useful for the trial. Oh? How so? Oh, also, Ingo's totally gonna be the guilty party. Like, no shot he's not. Well, you look so happy together. I can present to show that you two had a great relationship. You really think so? Huh?
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Does this game have multiple trials?
I don't know. Based on the fact that I've only seen like 4-hour play sessions, I'm going to assume no.
Right, that's what I was thinking too.
But that being said, if we get through this, I mean, I'm already hopeful, but if we get through this, I hope it gets sequels.
Right. I can already tell maximum effort went into this making of this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, this is insane. Ah, well, here you go then. Malin's pictograph added to the court record. I like that they use the actual pictograph box from Majora's Mask for the icon for it. Mm-hmm. That's great. At least I'll be walking in there with something other than my badge. But wait, we shouldn't just be idly chatting. Anyway, there's not much time left. I know it's hard to talk about, but could you tell me what actually happened? I don't stand much chance if I don't know your version of the story. I understand. Unfortunately, there really isn't much to and... Yep.
The trial is starting. Defendant, attorney, please enter the courtroom at once.
That face. Uh-oh, shouldn't have said that stuff about having no chance. Alright, everything will be fine. The use of the word fine this many times is already telling me that this feels more like Apollo Justice, honestly, than Phoenix Wright. Because Apollo uses the word fine a lot. We'll get there eventually on this channel, I promise.
Someday, TM.
2033, baby. The prosecutor has been playing me for a fool since this began, but sooner or later his arrogance will be his undoing. Let's head inside. Did you mean to say that part out loud? My name is Link. I've been a defense attorney for the last 7 years. Ha! 7 years. I've won my fair share of cases, and lost them too, but this one is personal. There's so much at stake here. Not only do I have to save Melon's life, I've got to find out who did this to Talon. Talon. He was always so kind. In some fanfictions, he's my father-in-law. He didn't deserve this. I need to do him justice. I can't lose this. Who's our judge? I mean, maybe the princess? The princess would make the most sense. No, it's Rauru. Oh my god, who do we got up here? We got, oh my god, I couldn't see everyone fast enough.
I know I saw, oh, what's her name? The Cuckoo Lady.
Yep, Cuckoo Lady. That's all she is in Ocarina, because she's not Anju till Majora. I also saw Goron, and I couldn't tell who some of the others were. It's a shame that Glory's not feeling well. We could have her Udge voice.
I mean, I could attempt it.
Go for it.
I mean, I'm assuming you meant that going for the actual her judge voice.
I mean, yours works too. You also captured that. I'm old!
I'm old!
Yeah, exactly.
Court is now in session for the trial of Malon of Lawnmower Ranch.
I'm trying to hear the music. My heater kicked on. I recognized the tune for a moment there, but... Oh my god!
Hey, Blue.
I love it. It's great. I love that he still has the gauntlets, too. Or just gloves, fingerless gloves, whatever you want to call them. Oh, it's the indoor music. Just intensified.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
I have to wonder what they're going to do for the objection. Or not objection, cornered pursuit.
Yeah, that's gonna be great as well. Also, I love, kudos for using his actual last name.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen any game actually reference his last name. Only ever in, like external stuff. Like manuals and such.
Mm-hmm.
I sincerely doubt that. What were you thinking, pitting me against some pathetic kid? I was about to go a little too low and be like, oh, this game sucks!
Go for the semi-perfect cell route.
Whoa, what'd she say? She said too fast. Oh, my start button actually works, yay.
Yay.
Pathetic kid, what gives you the right to still your tongue? Hey, yo, that's a good smarmy sneer from him. You bring shame against the fine color of your hair, vile woman. Oh my god. I fucking love this. God, maybe I'll only get through like the first quarter of this game. I'm gonna spend so much time geeking out. Before long, the world shall know the horrible deeds you've committed. Let us not prolong the inevitable. Shall we begin?
I'm also, like, Ingo would be great, but I'm also kind of half expecting them to go the Von Karma route and just it be Ganondorf.
That's the thing, too, yeah. I was also thinking that. Is that why you were also wondering, like, how many cases there are?
Yeah.
Because that's the thought I had as well. Because, like, oh, we gotta arrest Ganondorf at some point, but... I mean, this is only the small, like, this is supposed to be the tutorial case, But probably isn't, like, how far do they plan for this to go?
Right.
Like, I am down for them making a, like, I'm all, just from this alone, I'm already down for them to make, like, a full 4, like, ROM hacks to make a full Ace Attorney game.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
No, you're good.
No, this court is no place to be exchanging insults. Since the prosecution seems ready as well, let's hear their opening statement.
The opening statement shall also be the closing one. The girl did it. It's obvious. I am loving the facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
She killed her own father in cold blood. Also, she could have the ranch to herself. Yes! Nice use of the laugh. Couldn't wait for the old fool to die naturally, could you, you greedy little rat? Okay, we've also got Azora. Oh, hit! Yay!
That's awesome.
No, we've also got one of the juggler dudes from Kakariko. One of the dudes who just stands around in Hyrule Market. Like I said, a random Zora, so we got Cuckoo Lady. I know we saw a Goron, but I don't know which one, if it's the Runia or not. And then I forget who's between Cuckoo Lady and the Goron. Anyway. Your Honor, you can't allow this man to verbally abuse the defendant like this. Ha! Ha! She committed murder, kid. She deserves every bit of scorn she gets.
I do believe a little less commentary wouldn't go amiss.
Bah! I assure you, old man, you will change your opinion once you see all of the damning evidence. Who is this guy? How can he speak to the judge like that? They're already doing a great job of capturing that Ace Attorney vibe, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the dialogue. Ganondorf Dragmire. Looks like I've been lucky to avoid meeting this man until now. The stories I've heard about him must be true. A boorish barbarian of a man hailing from the Gerudo province. Apparently, he prides himself on the nearly clean streak he's cultivated for decades. All while disrespecting everyone in the court, including the judge. Oh my god. I've even heard some authorities refer to him as the King of Evil. I fucking love this. Oh my god, he's actually even sweating too. That's great.
Yep.
I just noticed. Can you screenshot this real? No, I can screenshot real quick. I just want to.
I can.
I just want to send it to Lindsay real quick, and apparently make my audio choppy as well. So good already. This is great. I love this. Definitely has that look at the very least. Who wears full armor to court?
Oh, nice. That's the Javel. Very well. Please present your to the court. Excuse me.
Do we have popcorn in this day and age? I'd like some. You don't seem to like me talking, so I'll just let the detective present the basics. Oh god, who's gonna be the detective? Impa!
Let's go.
Oh no, how much is her budget gonna be cut? Her wages. Bring Impa of the Sheikah Force to the stand. Well, here we go. The first battle. I know Impa. She's quite a competent detective. Which worries me. Please let her have made a mistake just this once. The light medallion has the loading thing. Oh my god!
She got the gumshoe fit.
She got the gumshoe fit. So good. Alright, state your name and whatever it is you pretend to do. Oh my god, I need to... I know she's not feeling well, so I hope that this at least, like, helps. Oh my god, so good. You never change, do you, prosecutor? Any possible change would be for the worse. Now, stop wasting time. Name and occupation. Oh, man. Very well. I am Oh, she even doing the stance. Cool. I am Impa, head detective of the Sheikah Force, Homicide Division. True for now, at least. Well, what are you waiting for? Start talking. You were the one assigned to this case, so you know all about it. What calamity has befallen our fair kingdom? Ha!
I get it.
Huh. Still can't be bothered to give a proper opening statement? I suppose I can do the prosecutor's job for him this time, for the sake of an unbiased look.
Please go ahead, detective.
I like how it is that even though we're not from, like, looking at an upward angle, that we still have Judge raising his head like that as if we were.
Mm-hmm.
So for the sake of it, it almost looks like he's just looking up at the ceiling like, oh, my neck, fuck me.
I need to have this podium lowered. I can't stand looking down all this time.
Already dig the music, but what's the take on? Oh my god, Skapor Gabora. Fucking, that's great. Oh my god. The incident happened early yesterday morning on Lon Lon Ranch, a local supplier of goods located just south of Castletown. Yep. Oh my god, is she allowed to have that?
I mean,
where'd the knife come from? Okay.
Where'd the knife come from?
For those who don't understand that reference, please feel free to go watch our playthrough of Ace Attorney Justice for All with our friend Glorified Thief.
Well, yours, not ours. I'm there for that.
You weren't there for that one?
I know what you meant. Nope. No, I didn't join until I didn't join until the Edgeworth one. Investigations, that's what it's called.
Really? Oh, huh.
I would hang out and chat, but no, I was never for those the original trilogy.
My memories are a lie. Anyway. The current owner of the homestead, Talon, was found dead in his ranch house.
A tragic loss for our kingdom, for sure. I can't speak right now.
I also can't see with my eyes closed. How do I open them?
Everyone's gone dark. Who turned out the lights? I have seen the man around Castletown a number of times delivering goods.
Which, I mean, isn't that special considering there's only like 20 people that live in this whole kingdom? Quite. The owner was a rather important figure in the local community. In any case, we were alerted to the scene of the murder by the Royal Guard, who were there on official business. Gramps be napping.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Official business? What kind?
No, I was mostly making the joke because there he is just sitting there with his eyes closed again.
Eyes closed again, yep.
As I understand, the ranch provides the kingdom with vital services. To ensure it is operating as it should, and as a gesture of appreciation, the Crown orders a visitation to the ranch every year.
I see. A scheduled annual visit. Continue, detective.
I see! So that's how you open your eyes and use them. Now I see!
I can see again!
Oh, detective, when did you get here? I didn't see you come in. When the Sheikah Force arrived, they found the victim bleeding out onto the floor. Next to him lay his daughter, Malin, breathing but unresponsive. After a thorough investigation, we arrested her as she was deemed the only possible culprit. That about covers the gist of what happened. Very nice and succinct. Keep that up, and perhaps you will keep your job. Judge.
Oh, I don't think the good detective here has to worry much about that, given she is the head of the department. Which reminds me, why is the head of detectives herself on the case like this? Were the other detectives unavailable?
Ah, that would be because I have been assigned to this case by order of the King of Hyrule himself.
The king himself assigned you? That doesn't happen very often, does it?
You are correct, Your Honor. I am not usually involved in field work like this. This time, however, the king felt it necessary because of who was involved.
Who is involved? Is the death of a ranch worker really such a concern for the king?
How about the person who found the body?
Yeah, true. Well, as I said, Lon Lon Ranch is a very important supplier of goods, to be sure. But that's not who I meant. I imagine the king wanted the top investigators on his job because it was the royal princess herself who discovered the crime scene.
I wrote this game.
Who the fuck is that? Like, I keep looking at, like, that's why I couldn't remember who the character is. I can't tell who that is
Oh my
between
god,
Kuko
the
later.
devil also has the light medallion.
Right. Light medallion is the law.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. No, it's just, it's like... Oh my god, it's Ganon's crumbling castle.
Oh, nice.
That's great. Obviously, this isn't Pursuit. This isn't Cornered, though. What would this be?
Right.
What's the other one? I forget. The tense moments, though. I forget the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you already read the line. Duh.
Order? I'll have order.
Okay, there we go. Yep.
The royal princess Zelda witnessed the crime?
Wait, wasn't that already said?
It
Or am
wasn't
I getting
said,
ahead
but
of
she
myself?
did just reveal that, like, she arrived to see the crime, and also phrasing, Judge. That's not. She didn't witness the crime. She just saw the aftermath. She discovered the crime.
Yep.
There's a very important difference there.
There is.
Ha! And there you have it. This case rides on the princess's own words. To doubt it would be to doubt your own royalty. This is bad. Can't really object to that.
Very well. If the princess is testifying today, it's better we don't make her needlessly wait. Detective, please my voice is draining again.
Let me know if you want me to take it over.
No, it's fine. I just lose it for some reason. Give me a sec.
Oh, hello, Roadrunner. Welcome to the stream, and thank you. Yes, it is called Suspense. Fantastic.
Yay, thank you.
Detective, please
I'm professional, I promise.
But, I mean, you are in character, because this it doesn't matter what universe, this is still the judge.
Detective, please testify about exactly why the defendant was arrested.
I still fumble on my words. End me.
It's all good, mate. Oh my god. I love the use of the N64 Hylian. That's fucking great. Oh, what is this? What is this? Be helpful if it didn't get all choppy for a moment there. But I don't recognize what this is.
I feel like I'm like, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it.
I can't think of what it is at all. Huh. It is with regret that I agree with Dragmire. All the evidence points towards this girl being the culprit. We determined that the murder definitely took place inside of the ranch house. There were only 3 people on the ranch. The victim, the defendant, and a worker who has an alibi for the time of the crime. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out onto the floor. Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. She seems like such a bright girl. It's most unfortunate. Would you like me to tell you, Hyra? Oh! Hell yeah, if you're... Please do. Roadrunner says, would you like me to tell you? Hi, I wrote this song. We have someone who worked on this someone who worked on this game? Hell yeah.
Let's go. Welcome in.
Absolutely.
Let me reiterate what I said earlier. I can tell that this game has maximum effort. Great.
Absolutely.
Great job to everyone involved.
And I'm already nerding the fuck out because of it. Yeah, I can hear the tune, but I feel like it's not something from Ocarina. Or if
I'm
it
okay
is,
if you give the what it is.
Yeah, I'd happily know what it is. I just...
Also, based chatter, asking before just, saying something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yes. The song is the Lost Woods melody played backwards.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
That is awesome. That is great.
I'm bad at picking up backwards melodies, but that is really cool.
I can kind of hear it, too, yeah. That's why it sounded familiar. I hear it, yep. Oh my god, that's great. We'll be hearing it again in a moment here, probably because of the cross-examination section. Your Honor, I would like to submit these pieces of evidence to the court. First, I have the autopsy report in the form of Zelda's letter. Is that specifically the 3DS model? I think that might be. Anyway, performed by the Crown's top coroner. Autopsy report added to the court record. How many times is this going to get updated during this trial? Here is what we determined to be the murder weapon, which we took from the defendant's hands. The poacher saw, which again, I'm pretty sure that is the 3DS model for it. Saw added to the court record. To make sure we had the correct weapon, we conducted a very thorough investigation. Bomber's Notebook! Oh, but so that's the 3DS model of the Bomber's Notebook, but you edited the front cover. Instead of a bomb, it's a cow.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure that's a cow. That looks like a cow, right?
Yeah, that looks like a cow to me as well.
Okay. Naturally, we searched everyone and thoroughly examined the ranch and its vicinity. Nothing unusual found to be safe. We checked the ranch's... Okay, because it does belong to the ranch. Okay. Check the ranch's inventory list to see whether anything was missing. The list matches the items we found in the ranch exactly, and nothing but the saw had fresh blood on it. Ranch inventory added to the court record. Judge.
Oh, my bad, sorry.
You're good?
That does sound quite compelling. This must have been a truly terrifying scene.
I mean, yeah, it was actual blood in the Zelda games that didn't get turned into vomit later. Dying from a wound made by a weapon like this is extremely painful. I would know.
That is true.
This only helps to prove the defendant's viciousness. At this rate, they're going to paint Malin as some heartless monster. There is one more thing I feel I should mention for the sake of completeness. Shortly after we arrived at the ranch, a courier showed up to take some milk shipments. Of course, business must go on. I'm going to be going through the credits when I get to the end of this anyway. Actually, possibly, is there a way to view the credits before reaching the end of the game? I don't know, I didn't see anything on the main screen. So maybe not. But, so either this stream or the next one, I will definitely go through the credit. There isn't? Okay, yeah. Because, like, whoever it is that did, like, the model animations, kudos. I am fucking loving these facial expressions. And obviously the matching of the animations of other actual characters. Like, I'm loving the finger wag. I'm loving Malin just being Maya. It's great. Which also is really funny because even though I don't support either, I'm not really in either on either ship. You've got the Phoenix and Maya shippers and the Link and Malon shippers just right here.
Yep.
Is this really necessary to enter into evidence, though? The shipments did end up leaving the ranch, so I feel it bears mentioning. Were the contents checked before you let them go? My Link voice is weird because the only thing I have to go off is, huh, yet, yeah. The mods and animators did a fantastic job, yeah. Yeah, like, all I have is Link's screams to go off of, so that's where I'm getting this kind of sort of voice.
Not your only one.
Huh?
There is the CDI link.
Golly! Were the contents checked before you let them go?
You're welcome. Anyone who watches this, you're welcome.
Oh my god, I hate that it almost sounded like a decent impression. Oh my god.
I won!
I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos. Okay. Fuck, I'll keep up that voice would actually be easier for me to do. And sounds slightly more natural than what I was doing. So, fuck it, I'll go for it. Naturally, who do you take us for? Even though the worker handling the shipments did get quite worked up about it, we cracked all the boxes open to check what was inside. In the end, it did turn out to only be milk bottles, so we let them through.
Very well. Thank you for your thoroughness, Detective.
That is a strangely long word, thoroughness.
Right?
For being 3 syllables.
Milk shipments added to the court records. So, what happens now? Well, this is where I step in and perform a cross-examination. Ah, great. How does that work? Huh? Could you explain what you're going to be doing? First things first, this is bothering me. I want to look at these. Let's see. Malon's pictograph. Okay, yes, I can look at this freely. I love this. This is great. It's the horse. The horse back there did it. Autopsy report. Deep, irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. Victim died from loss of blood no later than 8 a.m. Alright. Supposed murder weapon. Found in Malon's hands, clean of blood. Hello? Deep, irregular wound, but clean of blood. Something tells me the Sheikah Force are kind of incompetent. List of equipment on the ranch. What do we got? Oh, wow. This is nice and old school. I love it. March 15th. Okay. Name Ingo. 4 rakes, 4 garden hose, 8 buckets, 2 hammers, 6 knives, 1 wood saw, 8 saddles, 28 horseshoes for 7 horses. Okay. 3 axes,
8 saddles,
2
7
brooms.
horses.
Huh?
I said 8 saddles with 7 horse worth of horseshoes.
Oh, true. I wonder if the 8th one is Epona, who might be too small for a saddle. Would you... You can saddle a smaller horse, right? I mean, not saddle.
Yeah, you just need a smaller saddle.
I meant
and then the
shoe.
horseshoe?
Yeah, I meant shoe.
That I don't know.
Because I'm like, oh, if it's too small for a saddle, because there's no point in putting a saddle on a horse that can't, carry anyone, because it's still Babu. But it's like, would you still shoe a horse of that age? I don't know. I'll have to call up my cousin and ask her that. She's the one who works with horses. I
would assume not, because,
because they're growing.
Welded on and they grow, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You just... I would have to assume no, because you're just going to severely damage the horse's hoof if you do that, I feel like.
Also, let me rectify. When I say welding, that was an exaggeration.
Right. Damn, really fuck up the horse's hoof. But, yeah, no, I got your meaning, though. Let's see. Size, shovels, flails, trowels, post pounders, drag harrows, water hoses, wheelbarrows, horse carts, towing harnesses, and cow... I like that. Cow nose rings. What color are they? What items do they have? I play a lot of randomizer. And then some orders of milk that left the ranch a little while after the crime. All right. What do we have for profiles? Judge, age, ? Jolly old man who has presided over some of my cases. Gandalf Dragmire, age 59. Prosecutor assigned to the case, rude to others, eagerly? Fucking flies around angrily. But easily angered. Impa, age 34. Really? So you're saying I have a chance? No. Head of detectives assigned to investigate the case.
Call him,
Okay.
please.
Sorry, my inner Larry Butts just came out for a moment there. Anyway, could you explain? Could you explain what you're going to be doing? Can't hurt to go over this again. I just want to hear your dialogue. I already know how this works.
Flavor
if it follows,
text.
exactly. If it follows 1-to-1 with actual Ace Attorney, then I already know what I'm doing. But they took the time to write it. I want to see what we got. Okay, yep, this is K-Par Gay Bar's team again. Okay. Witnesses will repeat their testimony. I'll be able to scroll through and scroll back and forth through individual statements by pressing A and B or with the joystick. Which, oh wait, no, that's right. I managed to fix it because of the other. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank the team for putting out the README guide on like the setup, because I was able to change the controller input plugin for Project 64, and it works much better with my controller than the other one. The other one didn't read half my inputs, so on a GameCube controller anyway. They'll just repeat it as many times as you want, right? Thank you for that call out.
That is really funny.
That's right! I have to consider every little detail. Can't miss a thing. If I want more info about something, I can use L or Z to press the statement and ask the witness a question. I like that. They actually accounted for if you're, depending on what controller you're using. I have it. Okay, cool. Grill them for info. Yep. Since the witness has come up with the answer on the spot, if they're lying, prompting for more info can make them slip up. Most importantly, though, if I find something that doesn't line up with the evidence, I can press R to bring up the court record. The court record is basically a list of all the evidence, right? Yes! I can open it at any time if I need to recheck the facts. After choosing the contradicting item, I'll press C up to raise an objection and present my doubts to the court. Here's hoping that one works. I haven't tested the C button, the C stick with this, so everything else has been correct so far, so here's hoping this one is too. Oh, and I can not only present evidence, but profiles as well. Really? I feel... Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Later Ace Attorney games, I think you could do the same thing, but I don't think you could do it in court. I don't remember. It's been... Oh god, when did Spirit of Justice come out? 2017, I think? Something like that? Has it been that long since we had a mainline Ace Attorney game? Jeez, Profiles? The court record contains a list of all the people involved, too. I can switch between evidence and profiles with R. If I need to review what's been said recently, I can also press start to see a history of messages. Ah, I see. That makes sense. Is the defense done whispering? I wasn't whispering. I was actually talking quite loudly. Haha, sorry. Golly, he's angry. If he's so upset about, why doesn't he just press... Oh. See right to skip ahead.
Nice.
Cool, okay.
Such a clever way to incorporate that.
Right? Just, I like clever tutorials. The defense is ready to cross-examine the witness. There's the point. Bruh. A waste of time.
There are delicate ways to incorporate tutorials into dialogue that's not just, oh, I just need to push this button to read the sign.
Mm-hmm.
I sincerely hope you're not implying that standard court procedure is a waste of time, Mr. Dragmire.
Anything that isn't me winning is a waste of time.
It's the very first thing you present in Justice for All. At least if I'm correct in assuming that that's what JFA is.
Oh. You can present profiles in court too. Oh, really? Huh. Man, it's been a hot minute. God, oh God, when did we stream that? It took us like 3 years to get
something
through
you'll
Ace Attorney
real quick about me here, Roadrunner. Dementus here is the Ace Attorney expert. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah. Our other Ace Attorney expert is out sick, so.
Yep, unfortunately.
Yep. But also, man, when what? 2019. No, that's when you in 2020. That's when it was that we did the Ace Attorney games. And then it took us like 3 years to get through Ace Attorney Investigations. Anyway.
Yep.
In any case, we're ready, defense. Please begin the cross-examination.
And yeah, thank you again for confirming that I got JFA right.
I don't know why I don't remember. Yay! Let's go. Hooray.
That's cool.
Yep, I hear it. That's great. I appreciate that. No, I don't know why it is I don't remember the profiles being used. I don't know, again, it's just been a hot minute since playing any of them, really. This is great, Greg. I agree with Dragmire. All the F points to girl being the culprit. Press! What makes you think she's the culprit? Oh, are you doing this? She's just about to tell you. Keep quiet and listen. Right. Sorry. Indeed, as I was saying. Delmar, press everything. If it doesn't get us a penalty, I'm going for it.
Yep.
We determined that the murder definitely took place inside the ranch house. Oh, that's not the voice I was using for. And just how did you do that? It's quite simple. There was no blood found anywhere else. Had the victim been attacked at some other location, we expect a trail of it leading to the scene. How about to the murder weapon? Couldn't the killer have just cleaned it all up?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Certainly not. The path to the ranch house at Lon Lon Ranch is not paved in any way. Cleaning blood off the ground would require disturbing the soil. Naturally, we found nothing of the sort. Bah! There wouldn't have been enough time to pull that off anyway. Likely true. Right. Sounds like the location of the crime scene is pretty firm, but I'm not giving up yet. There were only 3 people on the ranch, the victim, the defendant, and a worker who has an alibi for the time of the crime. Three? Why? That wasn't it lagging, because his animation was still good. Why did the 3 take so long? All I could hear was an old dubbing thing with gaming parodies, just 3 from how slow that was. Anyway, 3 people, you say? I guess that would have to be Mr. Ingo. Let me stop you before you start getting too excited. If you were to listen to the rest of what the detective said, you'd notice she mentioned an alibi. Indeed, we're pretty certain that the ranch worker couldn't have been involved. Well, what is this alibi then? You might remember that I brought up some outgoing milk shipments. Well, the worker, Ingo, was in charge of them. He left the ranch house first thing in the morning and was busy preparing the shipments after that. Is that so? Surely he could have gotten away from that one for one real quick little murder. Bah, this wouldn't just be a quick little murder, as you so crudely put it. He'd have to have taken steps to hide his involvement, too. There was definitely not enough time for that. Unfortunately, I agree. Preparing a shipment is a lot of work. You have to milk all the cows, clean all the bottles, pour the milk out into them, arrange them all into crates, and finally load it all up into a wagon. Usually I had to do it together with Father to finish before the courier arrived. What was that?
Clean the milk. I said don't forget about cleaning the milk.
Yeah, true. He said slowly for emphasis. Yeah, I'd figured, but I just couldn't help but just hear in my head just 3. It's old in joke from a parody dub I'm pretty sure no one remembers and is, I'm pretty sure, lost forever. I don't think I have that saved anywhere. I don't think anyone did. It was a Zatch
I do
Bell
know
dub.
you and Yumi quote it every so often. Zatch
Right.
Bell, that's great.
Yeah, it was Zatch Bell. Our friend Cody played, oh my god, what was the name of the main character in that? I don't know. Usually I had to
Yeah, I
do
don't
it
either.
together
I
with
have not seen Zatch Bell since I was in elementary school.
Yeah, I have. I think that dub was the last time I saw anything Zatch Bell. It was the first episode. I remember that. And I used a lot of Faulkner score DBZ music for it. I remember that much. Specifically a lot of Boo Saga stuff. Anyway. Usually I had to do it together with Father to finish before the courier arrived. The shipments were already ready when we arrived at the ranch. When we checked the boxes, they were all fully loaded with filled milk bottles. So this Ingo was able to do the work of 2 people on his own? Isn't that a bit odd? Odd or not, he evidently did just that. Clearly he's a man dedicated to his job. Or perhaps the girl and her father are just very inefficient. This whole thing seems awfully suspicious if you ask me, but I guess I have nothing to dispute it with. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out onto the floor. Heya! Malin fainted? Correct. We couldn't get her to wake for a long time. Eventually, we decided to administer a healing fairy, so she could be questioned. Nice. Like, let's not forget what world we're in, everybody. I guess finding the body was just that much of a shock, huh? Huh! Sorry, huh! Probably just pretending, trying to make it look like she had merely found a body. In any event... Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. I already know what I'm gonna be, objecting to. But, more flavor text. And how can you be so sure of this? Look at the autopsy report. Oh. Should you be holding that? Deep irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. The saw was the only sharp implement in the ranch house that could produce such a wound. And as I've already mentioned, we also looked closely at all other sharp things on the ranch. None had recent blood on them. Neither did this. What the hell? That still doesn't necessarily mean the saw was the murder weapon.
Yeah.
Maybe the real culprit hid the real one. Oh yeah? Prove it then. Show us the real murder weapon. Well, I definitely don't have any way to do that. Still, something bothers me about that saw. So, you have nothing? Humph, what a waste of time. She seems like such a bright girl. It's most unfortunate. She sure is. We've known each other for years. Yet she murdered her father in cold blood. How curious. Perhaps you're just bad judges of character, both of you. No way! Just give me some time and I'm going to prove it. I'm surprised the judge allowed that dialogue to take place. No, I'm not. It's the judge. Again, it's the same judge in every universe. Doesn't matter. Do you see anything wrong yet? Well, usually it's difficult to find anything wrong with the basic facts of the case. That said, I do think I saw one small thing. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Really? That's great! It sure is, because I've got to poke all the holes I can find before the princess gets here. Okay. Oh yay, it tells me that I've pressed it. Nice. Alright, so based on what you said, court record... Okay, yep, see up to present. So I'm gonna... Yay, it worked! Huh, this seems like a fairly large oversight. I just want to make sure if... Yay! We got him tapping the paper! Let's go!
Classic.
I'm so happy by such little things. Just some fucking monkey brain goes, familiar thing! Okay. I just want to make sure of something. The state the saw is currently in is how you found it at the crime scene? That's correct. That's strange, considering how much the victim bled out and how deep his wound was. Why is there no blood on a supposed murder weapon? Okay, can you answer what is that thing between, like, Roadrunner, can you answer what that thing is between the Goron and Kuko Lady? Also, oh my god, it's the title theme.
That's great.
This still isn't cornered, right? I'm pretty sure this isn't supposed to be cornered. Oh, it's a mixture of title theme and Hyrule Field? I like that. Huh, is that all you have? Huh? Naturally, the prosecution has an explanation why the saw is clean. Behold, this cloth was found in the defendant's other hand. As you can plainly see, it is stained with the blood.
Why do you have that on you?
Right? Oh my god, even with the swooshing background, that's great. That being said, having this really close up is really unnerving, actually.
Look at the schnoz.
Look at the textures. The defendant simply wiped the murder weapon in a futile attempt to hide her involvement. Oh wow, having the animation wow from the, like, that perspective, that was cool. If Mallow was trying to hide her involvement, why didn't she just leave the crime scene? Bah! Obviously, she was trying to hide the body before the royal visitation arrived at the ranch. It's an Anuki from the Nintendo DS Zelda games. Oh! Neat. I only played, like, 2 dungeons worth of Phantom Hourglass and none of Spirit Tracks, so that... yeah, that was completely lost on me. Still, though, neat. Just throwing another Zelda. Cool. I'm a fake Zelda fan.
I'm not. I can't even say I'm a fan, so. I've played 3 Zelda games, and one of them you can't even really call a Zelda game.
Is that including Ocarina of Time Randomizer, since you've never played actual Ocarina?
Well, okay, you're right. So, I've only played 1 legitimate Zelda game, and I've played a spin-off and a randomizer.
Okay. Then you've been bombarded with Zelda information by me as well, so
Yep.
there's also
Plus,
that.
also, you know, it's just everywhere on the internet if you're a gamer, so.
Right, just general osmosis. Obviously, she was trying to hide the body before the royal visitation arrived at the ranch. Unfortunately for her, it just so happened that the delegation arrived quite a bit earlier than scheduled. In a panic, she quickly wiped the saw off and pretended to faint to make it look like she just stumbled upon the scene. Yeah.
Young lady, things are not looking very good for you right now. The court accepts the bloodied cloth into evidence.
Bloody cloth added to the court record.
Because we do not understand what the word tact means around here.
Found clutched by Malin at the crime scene, so she wiped the saw clean with this? Okay. So, what's the story with this cloth? Well, as I was doing a final check around the ranch, I noticed that part of the fence around the horse paddock was damaged. Not entirely sure when that happened, but sometimes one of the horses just gets a bit rowdy, you know? Right. Anyway, I didn't want to bother Mr. Ingo about it, so I tried to cut up a few rail by myself to patch it up. But then the saw slipped and I cut my hand open. Oh, goddesses, are you okay? Well, it wasn't that bad. It did bleed quite a lot, though, so I used that cloth to quickly bandage the wound. I was actually going to the ranch house to ask Father to help me with the fence.
Ha! A likely story. And impossible to verify now, of course. We live in an ancient time where we can't do DNA tests on blood. The Sheikah Force had to use a fairy on the defendant to get her out of her supposed unconsciousness. I do have to give her some credit. She is one cunning woman. She knew that would explain a sudden lack of any wound on her hand.
Oh ho, why yes. Fairies are wonderful. Just the other day, I slammed my hand with the gavel and one took the paint off immediately.
Yay, like I said, the judge is the same in every universe.
Yep.
Our lovable idiot.
Great. Glad to know they're used for
Sure,
such
that would
important
be a
things.
grievous misuse of their powers.
Yeah, exactly.
Glad to know they're used for such important things. But dang it. Too bad there's no way to tell whose blood is on the cloth.
Our dupe... Oh.
You okay?
I can't tell. It's hard to hear the music because my heater kicked on again. Have we already heard this one or not? I can't tell.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I do believe this matter has been settled. I am ready to call my next witness.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
so
all I
the
can
town
get off
thing.
her?
Oh, yeah, the inside the house. Yep, okay. I'm just listening for every piece of music I can.
Mm-hmm.
You've served your purpose, Sheikah. Begone!
Fine. But you had best treat Her Highness with respect, or I'll see to it that you spend the night in the dungeons.
Do not presume to threaten me, Sheikah. A night of darkness and solitude would be nothing but comfort for me. Sweet southern comfort.
Is that so? Then perhaps you should fill the dungeons with lit candles for the occasion. They're glaring daggers at each other. One of them is literally doing so. If this doesn't end soon, we're all in trouble.
Order, order. I'm sure I'll treat the princess with utmost respect. You may step down, detective.
She walks in. Hey, Shiggy Diggy, what's happening?
Utmost respect. This case has already made me weary with all the pointless jabber. The time is ripe to deal a final blow. I call Her Highness Princess Zelda of Hyrule to the stand.
Oh, hi, there she is.
Yeah, Teen Zelda. Oh. Nice. It's a slowed down version of Hyrule Field. I like it. And I do like this model, like Teen Zelda. Oh, okay, here we go with some Zelda's Lullaby.
Oh,
Yep,
nice.
So slow down Hyrule Field with some Zelda's Lullaby mixed in. Very nice. Very appropriate. Well done. Is something the matter? Why is everyone... Oh, is she added to the court record yet? She is. Age 14.
Hey, yeah, 14.
Yeah, 13. Okay. But then why is Malin 27? Whatever. Heir apparent to the royal throne. A witness to the murder. I also like this, I actually do like some of the modification. Like, that's just straight up his artwork. But then Gumshoe Impa. I like the modifications. Like, most of these are still just regular artwork, but then these two. Looks good, though. Why is everyone quiet all of a
Custom
sudden?
art. Yay.
What was that?
Oh, Your Highness.
I said custom artwork, yay.
Yeah.
I believe we're all just a bit uncertain on how to proceed. It is quite the honor to have such an esteemed guest in these halls.
Bah!
Oh, no, I am an honor.
Ha! 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 Nice. Well done.
In the face of the law, the princess is no different from a peasant. Utmost respect. Name and occupation. Now!
What did we expect from Ganondorf? Oh my god.
The prosecution will behave.
I know it's because it's towards Ganon, but like...
Yeah, this does look ominous for Zelda.
What are you gonna do?
Don't Impa, no!
Oh, I will be right back.
Okay. If any judge lines come up, I'll read them if that's okay with you. I'm assuming
Yeah,
yes.
go for it.
Okay, yep. The prosecution will behave. I will not have any derogatory statements directed at the princess.
Derogatory? I simply wish not to waste any more time. You must employ proper procedure.
Oh, man. It is all right, Detective. I believe the prosecution does have a point. In the eyes of the law, we are all equals. On this stand, I am just another witness. I should not be getting any special treatment.
Very admirable, Your Highness. We can all rest easy knowing that Hyrule is destined to have such a wise monarch in its future. Yes, indeed. I eagerly await the day when our next ruler takes the throne and reshapes the kingdom in their image.
I'm sure there's nothing suspicious about that wording at all. You flatter me, prosecutor. Now then, I believe I was asked for my name and occupation. I am Zelda, current princess of Hyrule and heir apparent to the throne.
Marvelous, Your Highness. Before we begin, I would just like to know, why were you at Lon Lon Ranch to witness this terrible incident?
It is simple, really. Lon Lon Ranch is Hyrule Castle Town's biggest food supplier. I'm a bit of a gourmet and a glutton. I mean, not only that, but the ranch also equips Hyrule's royal guard with the finest of horses. Every year, the royal family makes a visit as a gesture of goodwill and to ensure the quality of the steeds. Wow. Golly, I didn't know your horses were used by the royal guard. Yep. We work hard every year to make sure they're in the best possible condition. Father loved to boast about it to the other ranch owners. Knowing talent, I'm sure he did.
Some of these voices are cutting very close to each other. How unfortunate. And then there's Ganondorf. How unfortunate that the ranch may no longer meet the crown's high standards under new management. The royal family has a backup, I trust?
We are looking for one. Naturally, those standards are quite high.
Yes, of course. Now then, please describe what you saw on the day of the incident. Sorry, I should really do glorified thief's thing. I'm old! There, that gets me in character.
Very well, here I go.
Witness testimony.
I have to imagine. Yeah, testimony. I only see 5 characters there. Did they actually take the Japanese kanji, because N64 Hylian translates to Japanese, not English. So did they translate the Japanese kanji like what you would see in the Ace Attorney games in Japanese? Gyakuten Saiben, I think, is the name in Japan. And then translate it to the N64 Hylian? Because if so, fucking bravo. Love that detail. I arrived at Lon Lon Ranch a little after 8 a.m., accompanied by my, this is Wind Waker Hylian. But otherwise, yes, exactly. Okay, yes, that's right. I forgot about Wind Waker Hylian. That's right, yes. That's right. Yeah, I can see that now. If it was 64, if it were N64 Hylian, it would be much more square. Like there's a lot more like rectangular shapes. It all pretty much fits more of a grid pattern, if I'm remembering my N64 Hylian correctly. I'm much more versed in the
Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword Hylian, considering I've got tattoos on both arms of those. So, but still, either way, very nice detail. I love it.
Accompanied by my loyal guards. I remember being surprised at how quiet everything was. There was nobody there to welcome us.
I love these facial animations, completely custom. This is great.
I could sense that something was wrong. I opened the door to the ranch house and went inside. The room was mostly empty. There was a table with some kind of crystal bottle on top of it.
That's true, there was the eye drops bottle, which in this case is going to likely be used for something else, but... Oh. This pose, I'm wondering if... Is that also a Maya pose? It seems like it could be.
Huh. But in front of the table, a terrifying scene was unveiling. The defendant hacked at the ranch owner's chest with the saw she was holding. It might be Maya poses?
These look like Maya poses.
I was overcome with fear and I screamed. I will never forget what I saw that day.
Oh, it's gotta be Maya pose. With that one too? Okay, so Malon and Zelda are both sharing Maya poses. Makes sense.
I heard that Talon and his daughter were incredibly kind. I cannot believe she would commit such horrible violence.
I have to wonder if there's gonna be any Mia poses.
What?
Oh my! You saw the very moment the victim was killed?
There you go. Decisive testimony. Wait, hold on. What exactly did she say? I don't know that, but there a terrifying scene was unveiling. Defendant hacked at with the saw she was holding. Okay. As there is no need to doubt the princess's statement, I call for the judge to make a ruling right away.
Hey now, you're an old star.
Old star? I was supposed to be also whatever.
Hold on, I didn't get to cross-examine the witness yet.
You haven't, fool, because there is no need. Did you not hear one word of what I said?
Didn't you just say we should follow all the procedures and treat the princess like any other witness? This is the defense's right.
You complete?
I believe the defense has a point. They do have every right to perform a cross-examination, no matter who is testifying.
I was quite looking forward to this part myself. I've only ever read about court proceedings in the Royal Library. I'm a sheltered child.
This court sucks! Okay.
That being said, I will not tolerate any reckless accusations towards the princess. Is that clear?
Naturally, Your Honor. How am I going to cross-examine the princess? This isn't going to end well. What's gone into the prosecutor? That seemed like a rather intense outburst. Well, I do have a guess. Oh? Because of the princess's status, it's possible that Dragmire didn't have an opportunity to discuss her testimony with her. That might mean that this testimony is a surprise even to him. This could be my chance.
Before we begin, there's just one thing that caught my attention. I believe the princess mentioned seeing some kind of glass bottle at the crime scene.
That would be this, I presume.
Why yes, that's exactly it. What is that? Oh, this is a bottle of perfume that Father intended to give to Her Highness when she arrived. He quickly rode out to town to get it at the last moment. We didn't know that the princess was coming in instead of the king until only about 2 hours before the visitation. Oh, how thoughtful. He really did not need to bother himself so.
As fascinating as this all is, the prosecution doesn't believe it's relevant to the case.
It's good to have a full picture of the crime scene. The defense requests the bottle be accepted into evidence.
Bah! Desperate to latch onto every little thing, are you? Whatever. You can add it to the evidence if it'll make you happy. I guess. Baka. No skin off my teeth.
In that case, the court accepts this bottle into evidence.
Perfume bottle added to the court record.
And what's our information about it? Ranch's gift for the princess, bought just before the crime, found at the crime scene. All right, nothing special yet.
Now, the defense, begin your cross-examination.
The scene behind the door. Oh, 7. Right, duh. Okay. Arrived at Lon Lon Ranch a little after 8. There's some... Victim died. Yeah, okay. But we already see the contradiction. But flavor text, press, everything. If these guards were with Her Highness, why were they not called as witnesses?
We did question the guards, naturally. Apparently, they didn't get to see anything relevant.
I was the only one to enter the crime. I was the only one to. I was the only one to enter the crime scene. After seeing what was inside, I stood guard and insisted that no one be allowed inside until the Sheikah force arrived. I have read that preserving the scene is vital.
Quite correct.
I'm sure the guards were absolutely thrilled with this order.
Please proceed, witness.
I love that face. That's good. I like the wide-eyed. I remember being surprised at how quiet everything was. There was nobody there to welcome us. It was quiet, but there was a stabbing happening. Have you conducted these royal visitations in the past, Your Highness? Ah, no. This was my first one. Up until last year, my father was always the one to visit Lon Lon Ranch. However, he decided I had to start preparing for all the royal duties that await me, and so I was to do it this time.
You will doubtlessly perform admirably as ruler when the time comes.
What happened when you got to the ranch house? I could sense that something was wrong. I opened the door to the ranch house and went inside. And? What then?
Stop interrupting and let her get to the point!
Defense, I believe I was clear about not badgering the witness.
Drat. I need to calm down. The room was mostly empty. There was a table with some kind of crystal ball on top of it. You paid attention to something like that after seeing a murder princess? Well, I spent a rather long time in there waiting for the Sheikah force to arrive. Plus, that bottle is quite beautiful. It just stood out. So it's gonna come into play that someone didn't notice the bottle later. Assuming how well this follows to, like, Ace Attorney standards, which it's following pretty one-to-one right now, so... From front of the table, a terrifying scene was unraveling. Hello?
Sorry that took so long.
No, you're good. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We got one new piece of evidence. Perfume.
Parfum.
Yeah, brought just before the crime happened. A terrifying scene was unveiling. The defendant hacked at the ranch owner's chest with the saw she was holding. You were there at the exact time of the murder, Your Highness? That is correct. That's impossible. You're lying.
The defendant will curb her outbursts. You're addressing royalty.
This is really bad. What now?
Accuse Zelda
of the crime.
Accuse Zelda of the crime. Jeez, I got multiple ways this could go.
Imagine if this was just an immediate game over.
Oh my god. Ask about what was outside. Are you sure there wasn't anyone else at the ranch, Your Highness? No, the place looked empty. Although I did later see a worker pull up a loaded wagon when a courier came asking about milk shipments. He caused a little bit of scene when the Sheikah force started inspecting it. That worker must have been somewhere else on the ranch, I suppose.
The ranch is pretty large. Said worker was inside a building on the other side. It's quite understandable she wouldn't have seen him until later.
Drat, this really doesn't give me a whole lot to work with. Oh! Yay! Just do it all at once instead of having to repress a statement. Thank you. Much appreciated.
We love quality of life.
Absolutely. Where were the victim and the defendant at this time? The ranch owner was in front of the little table that's directly across from the entrance door. The defendant was right in front of him and quickly fainted after her attack. A large pool of blood started forming where the victim was. I had a rather good view of the whole scene. Right. Oh, okay, I see. I was reading that wrong in my head for a moment.
It is as unfortunate as it is fortunate that you could see the whole thing in such detail. I'm somehow glad I managed to read that fine the first try, because that was weird.
Right? I was misreading it in my head at first, because I was reading, like, it is as unfortunate as it is unfortunate, and I'm like, wait, did we double up on the dialogue here? No. Okay, it's just because of my misreading.
No, please continue.
That's enough for now. I'm not going to touch the obvious game over button. I was overcome with fear, and I screamed. I will never forget what I saw that day. How loud did you scream? Are you sure? Oh, whoa, what? Golly, are you sure you got a good look then, Your Highness? That's gonna always be my way of getting into that voice, is just, golly! You didn't look away in panic? Then there's Gandalf I just get into easily.
Right.
The princess was... Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, obviously, you know, we have our easier voices, but anytime I was starting to flub the old man judge voice, I had to mute myself and just go, I'm old!
Exactly, that's what I did earlier after you left. I was like, alright, to get into this, just gotta go, I'm old! Okay, I got it. We really have to thank Glorified Thief for that.
Yes, we do.
And now we also can kind of thank Toby Fox, because it's also what I think of whenever I hear that.
That is true, but Yumi's been doing it for quite a bit longer, but yeah, no. I'm old!
The princess was very brave to take control of the situation the way she did. There is no need to doubt what she saw.
Ah, yes, I suppose that what she did was admirable. If only we had arrived earlier. Your Highness, don't blame yourself for this. If you'd arrived earlier, you could have been the one that got attacked.
Ha! So you would have lashed out at anyone trying to stop you, huh? Despicable.
That's... Oh, I was gonna just flat out say that. Okay. But no, that is the actual next line of dialogue. That's not what she meant, and you know it. Princess, please go on. Very well. I heard that Talon and his daughter were incredibly kind. I cannot believe she would commit such horrible violence. That's because you're correct. Trust your heart. Let fate decide. Tonight's the night we see. Okay. Sorry, got a little Tarzan there.
Still have never seen that movie.
It's a good one. All the music are... I'm sure you've heard this multiple times, but the music are all bangers. Phil Collins does great music. Trust your heart, Your Highness. You know Malin didn't do this.
What nonsense! Her heart? What do her organs have to do with anything?
Okay, that's legitimately funny.
Oh, of course. Evidence and testimony be damned. Just because we feel the defendant must be innocent.
Oh, well, if you're sure that... Oh.
Have you gone senile, old man?
There's a line.
There's a slight delay there for that, but...
Right.
Then I declare the today's verdict.
I love that shocked expression, though. Just, oh, fuck, no!
It was a joke! Much like the arguments the defense has been presenting.
I can't believe the princess would lie like this. Yeah, it really is shocking. You don't believe her, right? Even if she's a princess, that means nothing. I didn't do it. To trust authority or your best friend? I've been told if you're married, it's the same thing, okay? Sorry. I'll need something very concrete to disprove what the princess is saying. So I see the major contradiction, obviously. I'm gonna go with the autopsy report and hope for the best. And if I get a penalty, well, we'll see what the penalty looks like. Heater's running again, so I can't quite tell, but it sounds like the music stopped.
It did.
Okay. Your Honor, Your Highness, I believe I've found something that doesn't quite match up with the facts.
How dare you question the prince? Cut me off in the middle of my reading my own dialogue, Judge? How dare you? How dare you question the princess? This is... Did you say me first?
I said you did it to me first.
What goes around comes around, bitch!
You will let the defense speak, prosecutor.
I think I see why he so desperately wanted to prevent this cross-examination now. Your Highness, you stated that you arrived at the ranch shortly after 8 a.m., correct? Yes, the visit was scheduled for 8:30 exactly, but we were quite a bit early. I see. That makes something you mentioned quite impossible. As stated by the autopsy report, the victim definitely died before 8 a.m. Nani? You couldn't have seen the defendant attack the ranch owner when you arrived, because the victim was already dead by then. Shut up, heater! I need to crank this for a moment. Hold on. Oh no, now the heater shut. It did shut up. Wow. To answer something you asked about earlier, Zelda's angry pose is just custom, not inspired by any specific one from AA. Took some time to double check. Oh, okay. Okay. With the hands down at the sides, it reminded me of like puffy face angry Maya from Ace Attorney. It makes sense it was custom, but it reminded me of Maya. The hands down at the sides, like while angry, just reminded me of Maya was all. I can't remember if oh. Okay, I hear a little bit of Hyrule Field in there. Or no, opening. Okay, yeah, no, okay, I see. Yep. Yeah, it is the kind of thing Maya would do. Yep. Sorry, what was that?
I was just reading what he said aloud.
Oh, okay, yep.
Or what I just assumed a gender. How dare I?
And there's our first penalty now. Okay.
How dare you, Cinnabon gender! Penalty!
Penalty!
Because the victim was already dead by then. Okay, I know it's to replicate the pose, but that looks very painful on the back, Ganondorf. Like the way he was...
Order!
Hello, Bird
Bird
Stab Zone Run Sten. Bird. You mind if I call you Bird? Hello, Bird. Welcome to the stream. Comedy. Comedy. Okay. You already read Order, I believe.
Zone Runston. Yeah, I don't know.
Unfortunately, I was quoting Kung Pao Enter the Fist earlier today just because I saw a bird, so I was like, birdie. Birdie. If only I hadn't watched frickin' Cinnabinge react to Kung Pao yesterday. I've been quoting the movie a lot in the past 24 hours.
I'll let the streamer answer that question.
Which video game is this? This is Hero of Law. This is a Zelda Ocarina of Time ROM hack designed to make it like an Ace Attorney game. I love both things. I love both of those things. So... yeah, I knew I had to play this ROM hack. Unfortunately, I went on a very large streaming hiatus. So this came out last year, I want to say June. I will say I am very glad. I had downloaded it when it initially came out, the 1.0. And then I learned the other day, when I decided I was going to stream it today, that there were newer versions that had come out throughout August, so I was like, oh, let me go ahead and just replace that. Which does remind me, Roadrunner, I don't know if you're able to answer this. There says there was extra content for, like, transfer pack stuff. I created a dummy Game Boy file and a dummy save file that the Project 64 is running to. I followed the guide. The fact that there's not an actual game for that Game Boy file, do we know if it's still going to show up with the extra content or whatever? Or should I have, at the title sequence, should I have put in that code that was recommended? Request information on it. Basically, so far, the case is that Malin is being accused of having murdered her father, as Zelda and her guards had walked into the ranch and witnessed her passed out with a saw and a bloody cloth in her hands, and Malin stabbed 28 stab wounds. Don't know how many actually. That just saw an opportunity for a Detroit Become Human reference there. No, multiple, just deep stab wound and a lot of blood. And so she's been the one accused. Link is the defense, Ganondorf's the prosecutor, Raru's the judge, and this has been pretty spot-on recreation of an Ace Attorney game so far. But yes, anyway. Yes, you've really caught her in a lie.
Your Highness, what is the meaning of this? While I wholeheartedly respect and serve the crown, I will nonetheless not tolerate lies in my court.
I have not lied, I suppose I did not see the exact moment it happened. I guess I only thought I did. Princess, this is a matter of life and death. I definitely saw the defendant there, though, along with the body. There's no one else who could have done it. I remember all the other details correctly. The body's on the floor, the pool of blood. You have to believe me. Yeah, this is the one that we were talking about, Rose.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it does. If you were to puff her cheeks, it would just be a Maya pose. The extra count only gets unlocked by certain GB games. Okay. Well, yeah, if I were playing on real hardware, I wouldn't have any means of doing that because I don't have an actual transfer pack. So, okay, so I would have to have the certain GB games in there. Okay. So I'm guessing I'm guessing later it'll ask for, like, the content or whatever. I don't know. If it does, maybe I'll own the game. I don't own many Game Boy games, though. For its Game Boy Advance games, I got a bunch dumped, but I don't know. Okay.
Perhaps it'll be best if Her Highness revises her testimony.
That's not good. There's still not enough doubt to overturn this testimony. Also, Chico bypassed... Yep, yeah, I saw that, and I considered doing that, but I also just followed the guide to set up the thing. If I don't have the actual, like, ROMs, like the actual Game Boy ROMs, does that matter? Would the cheat code probably be the better method to go if I don't have the specific Game Boy ROMs? There's still not enough doubt to overturn this testimony. I'll have to find something else, or this case will be over. New testimony? Yeah, new testimony. Let's go. Witness testimony. What I actually saw. I'm sorry for embellishing the truth a little bit. I did not see the actual moment of the attack, but it had to have happened shortly before I went to the ranch house. Miss Malin and her father were the only ones at the scene of the crime, so she must be the culprit. Wow, that's very little go on. You either need to have the ROMs or use a cheat code. Those are the only... Okay. And unfortunately, I didn't see anything that specified what ROMs they were, because I do have a handful of Game Boy ROMs, specifically Game Boy Advance ROMs. If there are any Game Boy ROMs, I don't think I have any of those. Well, I have Lindsay's ROMs, but I don't think she would have any... I don't think she has any of the one... I don't know what ROMs. At the end of the case, or I can just tell you if you want. Yeah, I'll just take it, because I'm assuming... Oh, does this have a save function? I just realized. Is there a way to save, or is this meant to be done all in one go? I just realized I haven't seen any, like, save thing here. Oopsie. Whoops. wildly pressing buttons and I skipped your dialogue.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I see. You only saw the aftermath of the scene, not the actual crime being committed. Very well. Hopefully there are no issues in your testimony this time.
That's right. Duh, it did say it auto-saved. Okay. So if I were to go back to the menu and put in that cheat code, it would it activate for this game that's already in progress? I would assume so, but as for it's Link's Awakening, which I do not have either of, and either of the Oracle games. Okay, yeah, it's game. Yep, I figured it was the other Zelda games, which neither Lindsay or I have any of the Game Boy or Game Boy Color Zelda games. I got Minish Cap. If you wanted Minish Cap, I got that. But that ain't gonna help because, yeah, duh, this is N64 Transfer Pack, which only worked with Game Boy and Game Boy Color because Advance did not exist yet. So that makes sense. Anyway,
Hence, it's time for your cross-examination.
Naturally, Your Honor. Dragmire still looks pretty angry. I didn't expect such a blatant contradiction to pop up. If I could just find another one like that, the princess's testimony would become completely untrustworthy in the eyes of the judge. Hell yeah! Eat the rich, let's discredit royalty. What I actually saw. Again, I love that. Sorry for embellishing the truth. Hold it! Why did you do that, Your Highness? There's a life on the line here. I really am sorry. I suppose I got a bit too excited about being a witness in an actual murder trial. I feel like this happened with an actual Ace Attorney character at one point.
Yeah.
If someone put that... Oh,
Probably
hello,
several.
Knack Now. Welcome to the stream. I swear I'm so conditioned every time I see first-time chat to just see, like, it be some bot spam shit.
Right, yeah, you've been getting a lot of those, so I don't
Yeah,
blame
exactly,
you. You're like,
like-
oh god.
So every time I see first-time chat, it's like, okay, who am I timing out now? But no, could stop and put the cheat code in if you want, but that's only for the extra content, and those have no bearing on the main part of the game you're playing right now. Don't mind if I keep you company. Oh. Oh, wait, do we have another dev here? I'm down for more devs, because I will happily nerd out about the development of this, because this is highly impressive. I friggin' love this.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if whoever made these custom models comes in. Not to discredit, obviously, the rest of the team, obviously. But these custom models are just blowing me away, especially the facial expressions and everything. Just a friend of oh, okay, neat. Okay.
Yeah.
So...
Still welcome to the stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome in. So I'll probably be doing 2 streams of this. So yeah, what I'll probably do is, because I usually only do like 2, maybe 3 hour long streams at most. So because I've seen that this is like a, I don't know, what's the Japanese for you're welcome? Rose, you're my Japanese person here.
So I know an expression to say you're welcome, but I don't know how, like, correct it is. Because I know Daito Shimashite, but, like, that's not really commonly said.
I don't really know any, so I saw Del Arigato and it's like, alright, I know that one. Oh, he said that's
that is
correct.
Let's go. I recalled a thing. Let's go.
Yay, good job. No, so I'll probably put the cheat code in at the start of the next stream, which will probably be Tuesday night. Tuesday night sounds good. But yeah, for now, because does my estimate seem right, you guys? Like a 4 hours should be right for this game, because anytime this I've avoided everything about this game aside from the initial trailer back when it came out. So anytime I've been recommended a video on it, they're typically like 4 hour long streams. I just want to make sure if my estimate there is about right, that this would be about like a 4 hour long game-ish, depending on my tangents. Because anyone who's seen my Ace Attorney playthroughs, I get very tangential in my dialogue with these things. But it helps that the other half of those tangents, Glorified Thief, is not currently here. Hope she's doing well. But Yeah, so if this is ballpark around 5 hours. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I'll probably do like 2.5 hours. So that'll probably put us about
5.5.
nice. Yeah, so I'll probably go about another 45 minutes for today, and then Tuesday night stream the other half. And when I start up that stream, I'll just attempt to put in the cheat code. I can tell you where the best half. Oh, absolutely! If you could tell me the best halfway stopping point, absolutely. Is it something you think I'd be able to hit in 45 minutes, or should I look more like an hour 15?
There's probably going to be a detention period.
Oh yeah, that's true, because we usually have Ace Attorney, we have scenes where we go out to the lobby and such. That's right. Yeah.
Just, you know, me going off on a limb and knowing Ace Attorney things. Yeah.
Lobby
Let's
recess,
go.
yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
recess, not detention. Wrong school term, dummy.
I knew you're meaning. What's funny is earlier, though, you're like, he's the Ace Attorney expert. Meanwhile, here I am, like, completely spacing most Ace Attorney functions from, like, even though I've played the entire franchise, and you've only watched us play. Anyway. Again, I feel like there was an actual character in Ace Attorney that did this. I just can't remember what one. Like, oh, I was so excited I accidentally made shit up. I just can't remember.
I'm pretty sure that's multiple characters, honestly.
Yes, but I feel like there was one specific one that did this exact thing. That was just like, Lotta! It was Lotta Hart. That's right. Thought she saw something she did.
Yeah, that does make...
Yep, exactly, yep.
Roadrunner, a lot of heart, probably.
Yep. Like, oh man, I gotta take this right on over. I got this footage, it's great. Ah, shit, I didn't see shit. Footage, photograph, whatever. Anyway. Really now? Most people hate testifying. Yes, well, I'd like to reiterate, I'm a very sheltered child. Yeah, exactly. The life of a princess is rather boring, you know. This is quite the break from the routine for me. She just got a hobby, then. She's royalty. She can't have hobbies. I know that's not true. Please, no one correct me. Or do. Whatever. I don't care.
Or don't. Unlike 5 Eggnog said.
Most people hate testing. Link, you're pointing to a princess. I don't think she qualifies as most people. Truth! In that case, it can't be conclusively proven... No, I'm gonna start that over. In that case, it can't... Golly! In that case, it can't be conclusively proven that defendant did it. Please talk more, Ganondorf. You're the voice I have the easiest time getting into. What?
By the way, Knack, now I take full responsibility for Dementus doing the CDI Link voice, because I suggested it.
I was originally doing, I think this is before you, I think this was before Roadrunner popped in as well. I was doing, like, yeah, I was doing more of this voice just because it kind of sounds close to his shouts to, say it! But then he mentioned the CDI voice, like, golly, dang it, that does work better. I have an easier time getting into that voice. Defense, did you exhaust your singular brain cell on that last contradiction you found? There's a Death Mountain's worth of evidence pointing to the defendant. Just because no one saw the actual moment of the crime doesn't mean anyone else could have done it. I was about to make the argument that Death Mountain is actually quite hollow, but then I remembered the Fire Temple exists, which actually kind of proves the point even more. That is a very hollow mountain, because there's a lot of open room there.
I know what you've done to this playthrough, nothing gets past me. That's funny.
Nice.
Gotcha. I appreciate the lurk.
We appreciate lurkers. Rose is actually one of my most regular lurkers.
As a top-tier lurker myself.
Yep. Whom I am still very grateful for in my Portal stream the other day. Thank you. Because I actually thought about that yesterday too. It's like, man, if he hadn't mentioned that everything went quiet, I would have spent the last half hour of that
the rest
stream
of the stream would have been muted.
Exactly. I mean, maybe I would have accidentally unmuted it from like crouching and hitting S again without realizing it. But nah, you pointing it out in like the span of 40 seconds.
Godsend. Anyway, just because no one saw the actual moment of the crime doesn't mean anyone else could have done it.
I think you're making a death mountain out of a death molehill. Ah. At least one dev lurking. You know who you are.
I love ominous shit like that.
Had to have him shortly before I went to the ranch house. And why is that? How can you be so sure of that, princess? Well, when I entered the ranch house, the victim still had the murder weapon embedded into his body.
Oh?
Okay.
What?
It is obvious what that means, is it not? The killer did not even have enough time to try to hide the weapon. Yes, I might not have seen the murder firsthand, but I must have been very close to doing so.
Don't... I guess there is an important, semi-important question. Roadrunner, do you prefer Roadrunner or WMC? I'm assuming Nax said WMC for the sake of abbreviation, but if you prefer WMC, I'm okay to see either one. But anyway, Judgy.
Oh, my bad.
You're good.
Oh my!
Sorry, I got possessed by George Takei for a moment there.
Oh my!
Thank
This
you.
seems like a very important detail.
Gotcha.
I think it would be advisable for Her Highness to amend her testimony.
Please do. Okay, but don't remind me. Okay, I shall go. I shall continue with Roadrunner.
As will I. God,
Certainly, Your Honor.
I can't even speak normally. Hello?
Interesting. Dragmire certainly doesn't look very happy about this development, does he? Thinking about it, I might just know why. Okay. Okay. So I know this is what I'm gonna contradict, but flavor text. Gotta get all the flavor text. That doesn't necessarily... Well, I say that. I did skip over the accusing Zelda earlier. It probably wouldn't have been a game over, but I wasn't willing to risk it.
That'll be for later.
Yeah, probably. That one screw-up game over, screw all your penalty bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily mean that my client was the one to do it, though. What if someone else snuck in before Malin and the princess arrived? Well, I suppose...
Lon Lon Ranch is surrounded by high walls and the only way in is through a self-locking gate. Not very many people have a key to that gate. Just the personnel and the crown.
Well, someone could have forced their way in.
Bah! If you wish to propose such a possibility, you must substantiate it with the evidence.
Oh, there's our penalties!
Do you have any proof that another person showed up at the ranch house before the princess?
Do I?
Do I?
Summoner... let's see. Found in Malin's hands. I feel like this would be correct. But...
Are those custom heart sprites, or is that based off of something? I'm assuming because of the other 3DS sprites, maybe that.
Possibly? Because I know that's not Ocarina of Time heart sprites. Ocarina of Time heart sprites are a solid red. And they're not Majora's Mask heart sprites. Because Majora's Mask do have a shine to them before you get double defense. But that's not how the shine looks to those.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not Wind Waker. It's not... it's been a long time since I played the 3DS one, so maybe those are 3DS? Hey, there's one. Okay. See, this is what I'm used to more so.
Is it not going to give me...
Boop.
It's not letting me do it. All right, well, you got it.
Yep, I got it. All under control. Taking notes for next...
Awesome. Taking notes for next time.
I'm gonna say I don't know. I don't for now, just because flavor text. I don't have anything of the sort. There must be another angle I can attack this from.
Very well, witness. Since the defense has wisely chosen to stay silent, please continue your testimony.
Miss Ma and Father were the only ones at the scene of the crime, so she must be the culprit.
Okay, why are we lagging so much now? Hello? Project 64, are we good? We good, homie?
Bro.
Bro? Okay.
Are you sure Malin was the only person there other than the victim? From what I recall, there's an upstairs room at the ranch house. What if someone was hiding there?
My phone buzzed a moment ago. Okay. Don't be stupid, defense. If someone was hiding up there, the Sheikah Force would have found them.
I stood guard at the door the entire time. No one could have left. What if they jumped out the window? Do not be ridiculous. Those windows are very high up. Actually, those windows can't even be opened. They'd have to break one to leave.
Right.
Well, dang it. Why is this so hard to get into? Golly, well, this is a little more plausible than the last testimony she gave. Yes, I suppose it matches the detective's accounts, doesn't it? Still, I feel like something here sticks out like a sore thumb.
Okay. So... I'm gonna do this and risk a penalty. Found in Malin's hands. Music stopped. I assume correct. I did wish to ask about this. Don't take too much offense to this, but do you have a relatively weak computer? No. But it is getting old and dying. The fact that I did not have to attempt to start it up at least 3 times today was a pleasant surprise. And I admittedly have been worried this entire time about it crashing, because it usually has to crash at least once before before the day is out. It usually only crashes at startup, but today it worked first try, and I'm just hoping for the best. But no, it's a fairly strong computer, or at least strong by 2021 standards. So, God, did I really get this in 2021? Fuck, I did. Wow. It's been 5 years.
Before or after I left? It was probably after, right?
I believe so, yeah, because, yeah, I still had the other one with the, blue light on it, the other case and all that, yeah. So that was after you left. Yeah, no, it was summer of 2021, yeah, because you came from 2020 to 2021, right? That winter?
I left March 2021.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so...
When the snow was finally melting.
Yeah, so you actually could leave and drive safely.
Yep.
God, but yeah, no, so it was summer of 2021, so yeah, that was after you left. But yeah, anyway, we were wondering about the lag. Initially, we thought it might have been something wrong with your emulator setups. Nope, I've already turned down I did crank those up, and I've turned those down. The issue now, I think, is just because my computer... just my computer things. 2020 computer here, I used to be the king of the land, now everything... Yeah. And then I go and look... I think it was 3 days ago I went to look. It's like, oh man, this thing's crashing hard. Not just literally, but it's not on its last legs, but it's getting up there in years. It's like, oh, what's the new one cost? $2,000. Okay, cool.
Yep. I got lucky for both my old PC and this PC, because my old one was from 2016 or 2018. My bad. It lasted 8 years. And the new one I just got, I was able to get for $900. So
nice. Yeah, that's the thing is I've had this thing for 5 years. My previous one I think lasted me 10 years. I want to say, 9 years, 2012 through 2019. I can math 2012 through 2021. So, but anyway. So yeah, this thing was strong at one point. And it should definitely be able to handle this emulator. It's just a case of it is also now running Twitch, YouTube, Discord streaming, XSplit, and the emulator. And it's getting up there in years. So it's still strong, just it's had its rough times. Yeah, no, you're good. I'm sure it's
that on an actual, like, new computer with this emulator, it would be perfectly fine. Because this is the Project 64 EM, to be clear. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I already had that emulator for the sake of Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask rando. This is the... So that is the other thing. This is the one specifically for the Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask, the EM. The 1.0.3, I believe it is. Oh, duh, I can actually just open that right up. Yeah, Project 64 EM 1.0.3, PJ 3.0.1, which is the one I think used for the OOTMM rando. So, if that clarifies anything, which again I think should still be overall fine, it's just same emulator, just a specific branch of it. But yeah, I think it's just a case of my computer getting to be an old dog. So, anyway, I believe I found another reason to doubt the witness's words. Urgh. It seems the prosecution sees what I'm getting at here. There was a bloody cloth discovered at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has argued before that it was used to wipe the saw clean. If the princess saw the saw lodged in Talon's body, and the crime scene was left intact, then it couldn't have been wiped. Well, Prosecutor Dragmeyer, care to explain?
One sec.
Oh, you good.
This is most perplexing. Your Highness, are you sure that's what you saw?
Let me check to see if there's anything else running background that I can get rid of.
It's slowly getting worse.
Right?
Stay on target.
Yeah, it is mostly XSplit that's eating that all up. Yeah, XSplit is to blame for it, yeah. XSplit just eats away at a lot of power. But still, it's only hitting 68%, Oh, maybe that's why it's cursed, like you said. You gotta evacuate right
Gotta
now.
evacuate. You gotta get out of there.
No, we're seeing this through to the end, damn it!
It's set to blow.
I'm not the main character of this movie. I'm the side character that stays behind.
Okay. Maybe that's why, because you said that 68 is now a cursed number, so yeah, it's running at 68% CPU, so... The hearts... Okay, but they're the graphics for... Oh, gotcha, that makes sense. Yep, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I see, yeah, it's the 3D model, the small ones. Yeah, not the freestanding hearts.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, maybe the princess decided to pull the saw out in a valiant yet futile attempt to save the victim. And then wipe the blade clean?
That would be almost like framing the defendant.
Of course I did no such thing. Nope, that's not her voice. I made sure the crime scene stayed intact. I guess I must have made up the memory about the saw sticking out of Mr. Talon as well. Yay! Yes! A true Ace Attorney moment. You idiotic girl! And Impa stabs Ganondorf on the spot.
Yep.
Do you even realize what you've done through your bumbling? I'm sorry. I was just so excited to stand as a witness in court just this once. Whenever I tried telling my father about anything, he always seemed so disinterested. Just this once, I wanted to feel listened to. Damn, poor girl. The defendant is clear that she did it. I just want to play a larger part in her capture. Damn. I'm sorry for the trouble I've caused you all.
Those are two very exasperated lawyers. Ellipses.
Your Highness, the court is no place for silly games. As it stands, I'm afraid we'll have to strike your statements from the court record completely.
Yes, I did it. The prosecution lost their key witness.
Where is it? Oh, wow, I was expecting a hold it in the middle of that.
No, please wait, I have more to say. I was wrong about the crime scene, but I still have not testified about what I saw afterwards.
Bah! Why would we care about that? It's best that you leave and stop damaging my case with your idiocy.
Even if you are not interested in my words, you might be interested in the evidence I found.
What?
Huh?
Evidence?
Folks, is the, how far out are we from this, recess? Because I think my computer's clamoring for it, too.
Yeah.
Of course. While the Sheikah Force investigated inside the ranch house, I looked around the rest of the ranch on my own.
Sheikah! Did you know about this?
I look to imagine, but from during that cutaway to Ganondorf, she just appeared in a puff of smoke. One cross-exam. Okay, yeah. This felt like it was one cross-examination away, but I just wanted confirmation before making the assumption. Sweet. Thank you much. Of course I did. Yo. You did?
I'll have your head for this.
Order! Order!
I'd like a pan-fried
What is the
noodle.
meaning of this, detective? Why have you withheld this from the court? Where are my cheese fries?
It's quite simple. The princess specifically requested to present her finding on her own.
What? And you agree to this? This court is not some playground where children decide when evidence should be presented just because they have a crown.
He's being rude about it, but I can't help but agree with Dragmire on this one. Also, I don't really buy this story. There's no way Impa would have allowed this. Believe me, I wasn't thrilled with the request either. However, after seeing the evidence in question, I didn't think it would be at all important to the case. Damn! Thus, I let the princess have her fun.
Poor girl.
This is highly irregular.
Most unorthodox.
I have a mind to kick you all out.
I would say I need to get to my soaps, but I don't think television's been invented in Hyrule yet. We can't make that joke here. I must get to my stage play.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say something similar.
I need to get back to my box theater dramas.
Nice.
I'm not sure how to feel about this, prosecutor.
Bah! Naturally, I object to this nonsense. If the detective thinks it's irrelevant, then this is probably just a waste of time. All the evidence points to the defendant. It's still clear she did it, even without a witness at the scene.
I see. Defense?
What do we do? If we object to presenting the evidence, then Dragmire loses his key witness. Plus, whoever the princess presents could be bad for our case, too. So we should agree with the prosecution?
God, I love the Maya faces. I just love the faces in general, whether it's custom or not. It's so good.
Well, on the other hand, we don't really have much to go on. This could be our only lead left.
Well, don't keep us waiting. Surely you won't throw away all the progress you've made thus far.
What do I do? Nah, request the evidence. Flavor text, bro. I really hope this is the right choice. The defense requests that the evidence be presented.
What?
While I agree that the situation is irregular, we should still examine all evidence available. It would be silly to dismiss it as irrelevant without even seeing what it is. I'm thinking next stream I'll reduce this down to 1280 by 720. Maybe that'll assist, will help with it. Because the stream doesn't need it to be at 1080. The footage is going to be 720 no matter what.
Right.
Because the way I have it set up in the box is set to be 720 max. Because my streams are only at 1080p, and so the footage here is always 720 no matter what's in there. So I'll try that next time, see if that helps it at all.
I do believe you have a point, defense.
So is it a picket fence? I mean, the fence has a point, so I would imagine... Anyway.
However, I must warn you. In order to admit this piece of evidence into the court record, the princess's statement that she found it must be admitted as testimony, along with everything else she might say.
OBS is pretty lightweight in comparison to XSplit if changed software is an option that you want to explore, though it would require you to reset up your overlay and whatnot. That is true. I've considered it. I know, because I know it's much more open source, so it's overall less intensive.
What?
OBS.
It's what Yumi and I use.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't remember why I went with XSplit in the first place. I paid the money for it, though, so I have Pro for life, so... I'd have to get reaccustomed with it. I feel like XSplit though, like XSplit will work fine. I feel like it's not an issue of like XSplit using up memory because there's still like 30-something CPU left available. I think it is primarily a case of just my computer is old. Although the other day, like last week, it was definitely XSplit that was definitely having the issue, considering XSplit kept freezing at every moment. The stream still went on without issue. It was just a case of I couldn't get it to do anything within 2 minutes of me clicking a button. That was entirely XSplit's fault, and I should have restarted it before starting the stream. But regardless, that was the outlier moment. Anyway. I need to clean this thing. Anyway. You already said this part, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, thought so. Yes, Your Honor, I am well aware. Yay! Have we seen this pose yet? Yay. The defense wishes to give the princess just one more chance. What?
I don't think so, but...
Yeah, I don't think we've seen it either. So, yay. Every new pose we get makes me happy.
Of all the idiotic, foolish, don't you dare pound that gavel at me!
Order! Very well then. Your Highness, please testify once more about the new piece of evidence you found during your own investigation.
This is gonna be so adorable, it's gonna remind me of my grandchildren. Do I have grandchildren in this universe? I don't know.
Thank you. I will not let you down this time, I promise. The princess should understand the gravity.
Oh God, I have two of those.
For those who don't know, we quote Dragon Ball Z Abridged a lot here.
Just a little.
Just a smidge. The princess should understand the gravity of the situation at hand now. I just hope this new evidence isn't damaging to our case. Objection, Your Honor. Why is that? Because it's devastating to my case. Overruled. Good call. Fucking love Liar Liar. My findings. I wish to express my most heartfelt apologies for my mistakes in the earlier testimony. Upon entering the ranch house, I saw the defendant passed out in front of the victim, who was bleeding out. I stood guard at the entrance of the ranch house until the Sheikah force arrived. Once the Sheikah started investigating a crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. You know what? It's worth testing now, I feel like. This is gonna screw with the footage a little bit, so I apologize. Jeez, but I'm just gonna test this out now, real quick. Bear with me one moment, folks. Let's see. Window resolution. 720. Let's see. Although that might not matter now that I think about it. Well, we'll still see what happens. Oh, that already seems to have done a lot. Is that just me?
Oh my god, now it feels fast.
Right? That, yeah. Changing it to 720p seems to have already done a lot. Hooray. Okay.
Yay.
Once the Sheikah started investigating crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. Well... Oh, yeah, I heard that little bit of Lost Woods in there. Yeah, okay, it was entirely because I just had the thing to... please don't lie to me in my own stream. Thank you. While I was walking near the silo, I noticed a strong odor in the air. I had to stop to see where it was coming from. I accepted any penalty. Yeah, no, I definitely caught the Saria song in there, so... Is there anything else in it that I'm missing? Because I just realized this is a new tune, isn't it? I can turn it up a smidge. Turn that up to 70. Turn that up to 60. Because I feel like I might have also been overpowering the volume a little too much. This music does sound familiar. Oh, is it the same as before? It just now has that little bit of extra in it? Is that what you mean? Because you said this version, so that would make sense. Okay. Okay, I had to stop to see where it was coming from. The moderato version is only the first part of Lost Woods backwards, and this Allegro version has almost the whole thing. Okay. Gotcha. I forgot that there's different versions in Ace Attorney. Okay, yeah. Not musically inclined. Because I forget what moderato and allegro means.
I know some music things, but it's self-taught, slower and faster.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
And again, I'm very much a novice, so take what I say with a grain of salt.
I mean, I trust your words more than mine on these things, so... Most I can do is give me a song and I'll sing it. That's it. I followed the scent and found a burned-out fire nearby, and a small, nearly empty bottle of lamp oil. Okay, but what about rope and bombs? Anyway. I, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective. And here it is! The oil bottle I found. So yeah, that's another 2D icon of a 3DS bottle, I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming just edited to have that little bit left in the bottom, because I'm pretty sure usually that there is no thing of it like having anything like that small in an empty bottle image. Is something wrong? Oh no, this might actually be completely irrelevant.
Oh.
Yes, well...
Of course there is, foolish girl. This has no... Oops, I skipped over my own dialogue. How dare I? That has nothing to do with anything. Your great finding is some random fire on a ranch? Please. What next? Are you going to declare every rake on the premises suspicious?
Well,
The prosecution will calm down.
Will calm the fuck down.
This is bad. Your Honor? Despite the fact that this evidence might not seem to add anything at the moment, the defense still asserts its right to a cross-examination. Some straws have been grasped.
Why must you insist on this charade, defense? The princess has merely recounted the same view of the crime scene as the head detective. You haven't been able to find any contradictions in her statement.
I believe there might be a way to tie the princess's new evidence into the case.
Ridiculous!
I keep having to hold
Regardless
my
of what the
breath.
prosecution thinks,
Go ahead.
Why?
No, because I keep
Sorry.
being on a
I was
roll
just
of
asking
reading.
Why? You have no-
I keep being on a roll of reading, and then the judge pops
Oh,
up, and I'm
yeah.
about to be like,
Yep, gotcha. My bad.
yeah.
regardless of what the prosecution thinks, the defense does have a right to a cross-examination. The court admits the oil bottle into evidence.
How did I say that right and not simple things earlier?
I just really hope this isn't a complete waste of time, defense. Defense? Frick! For both of your sake and our clients.
Listen, delivery is not my forte. I do silly voices. That's as best I can do.
Okay, heartfelt apologies. Hold it!
Oh! There's no need to press the princess on her apology. You already wasted the chance to throw out her testimony.
Yes, defense, please get to the point.
Yikes. Golly.
That's really funny.
Okay, I saw the defendant passed
I
out,
like that.
yada yada. Was there anything else in the room? Only the beautiful little crystal bottle I mentioned before. The house was rather barren. Most of our things are on the top floor since the downstairs room is mostly used for ranch business these days. And the occasional game. Ah, of course.
I was literally about to say.
Yeah, Dad's famous Kuko game. The good old days.
Is the defense done reminiscing? There will be plenty of time to do that when the defendant's behind bars.
I was just trying to distract myself from the fact that there's nothing to latch onto here. Stood guard at the ranch house. Yep. Did anything happen? Oh, this is running so much smoother. This is great. I love this. It is bothering me. I can kind of see, like, on some of the edges, the pixels, but whatever. I don't think it's really noticeable for you guys as much, so that's the important thing. Did anything happen during that time?
Did
Did anything happen during that time?
You could probably change it to 480 and I wouldn't notice.
No, not that I recall. The guards did occasionally protest and ask me to take them over. Yeah, it's much better with the frame rate's better now. That's the important thing.
While commendable in theory, staying in the same room as a dangerous killer isn't very wise. What if she woke up and lashed out at you?
And thank you, Knack, now for the suggestions.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Judge.
Oh, sorry, I just noticed.
Sweet highly up above.
I want to start saying that.
I don't want to. Fuck Hylia. She possessed Zelda, and she's my
Fair.
least favorite character of Skyward Sword. I aim to please.
Please, you good there, Knack, now?
I don't know
Or
why
is that
the
like
way
a
you
reference
said
that
that,
I'm
Knack,
not gonna-
just makes me think of Flood and Mario Sunshine. Mario, was I of assistance? Anyway. Yes, exactly.
Nice.
Very appreciated. That thought did not occur to me. Holy shit, I was in danger.
Bah, of course not, foolish girl.
But the guards did stand close by. I would have been safe, I think.
Wonderful to see how much faith our princess has in our royal guard.
Yes, of course I do. In any case... she can start investigating. You decided to take a look around the ranch. Did you pet all the horsies? You didn't just go home? I thought the same thing, but no! Okay, sorry. The royal visitation was supposed to last a lot longer. Father was not expecting us back at the castle until much later. I came to the ranch to examine the horses, so I suppose I could at least do that in the meantime. How long did it take the Sheikah to arrive at the scene? It does not take very long to make the trip from Hyrule Castle Town to Lon Lon Ranch. I cannot imagine it was more than 20 minutes. That is pretty fast, although I imagine the fact that the princess was involved helped speed it up.
Slowpokes! I would be there in half that time, running backwards even. I suppose it's no surprise, though. Hylian horses are naturally inferior to our fine Gerudo steeds.
The Gerudo buy horse... don't try and skip over text. The Gerudo buy horses from a ranch too, you just don't bother. He's trying to rile you up. That's not Link's voice. Near Silent knows a strong odor in the air. It's something in the air, Dad. Okay. What was this? Damn it. Golly, what was the smell like? Oh, it was awful. A really terrible stench.
Surely you owe me to say that you found the smell of horse manure suspicious.
Do not be ridiculous. The smell was not coming from the horses. Followed the scent, found a burned out fire nearby. A fire, huh?
Now, let me remind you, Defense, that there's any number of reasons why a fire could have been there. You can still feel the cold grasp of death early in the morn.
Princess, how long would you estimate the fire had been out before you found it? How would she know that? Okay, I guess that makes a little bit of sense. Well, no, because it depends on how the fire was put out, too. Put out with water, stomped out, you're gonna get different, just left to burn until it just withered on its own. You're gonna have different results depending on method. Anyway, and a 14-year-old's certainly not gonna know. Anyway. Ah, right, there was still smoke rising out of the ashes. Rising from the ashes, would you say? Okay, sorry. Ace Attorney jokes. So must have been put out recently. Exclamation, so around the time of the crime.
So someone prepared their breakfast there. I repeat, this fire is irrelevant.
I think he's realized the same thing I did. Well, who was it? Who could have lit that fire anyway?
Who locked you up for trying to take over the world?
Okay.
Would have to have been the ranch worker who was putting the milk shipments together at the time. It was almost certainly him. If you really want to ask about his little barbecue, you might just get your wish soon.
Doesn't sound like it was very appetizing. But without anything concrete to pin on him, he'll just be able to brush it off. I, of course, took the ball straight to the head detective. You sound hesitant. Right, and she allowed you to present it? Well, I was the one to find it, and since I was going to the trial anyway...
Utter ridiculousness. Judge.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yes. Please make this the last time you do something like this, Your Highness.
You caught me in a boss fight.
I figured.
Proper procedures exist for a reason.
Well, actually, no, I didn't figure. I just was like, I'll just say it anyway, just because thanks for the stream. I'm glad you're enjoying the game. Thank you for the insight, Roadrunner. I love behind-the-scenes crap, so the fact that I got anyone deving on this game is greatly appreciated. So, thank you for the insight, and have yourself a good night.
Yeah, it was nice to have you here.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be continuing probably Tuesday night, same time, so you'll be able to see me continue then. Woo. I think you read this part already, right?
I believe so, but I can say it again.
No, you can't. Gone now.
Yes, yes, I understand.
Vince, I believe that is enough. It doesn't seem like you're getting any closer to finding a connection between this fire and the crime at all.
What does the thing say? I just realized. Found a ranch near a burned out fire. Has a tiny bit of oil inside. Okay. No, I suppose not, Your Honor.
Naturally. Third base. Okay, sorry. I've said this was a waste of time from the beginning.
In that case, this cross-examination is over. Thank you for your time, Your Highness. I assume you have no more revelations to share with us?
No, I do not. I really thought the fire would be important.
Leave my sight.
Enough. Your Highness, if you'd allow me to escort you back to Hyrule Castle. Very well.
Now that the princess's little game is over, we should move this along.
We have a bot in our dev server that checks for a multi of keywords to discern whether or not someone's streaming this game on Twitch, so as much as we'd like to seem all mystical... I figured it was something like that. Now you got about how we ended up here. The truth is we're just kind of weird and strange people. Yeah, no, fair. I mean, if I worked on something, I'd be having keywords going out there like, oh. It's like, I want to know what people shit about.
As also so weird and strange, you are welcome here.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I myself am strange and unusual. Kudos if anyone can name that movie reference. Pretty sure Rose can't.
I can't. I don't watch movies. See?
Exactly.
I'm weird.
That's why I was like, pretty sure you're not up your alley, but nah, I guarantee 100% if I ever made something, especially something like this, I'd have a keyword searcher knowing like when someone's like streaming my crap. Absolutely. Or anything related to my crap. I want to know what people think of it. Oh, I heard that just now. Dun 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 dun. That's Hyrule Castle music. I know it from Wind Waker, but I know it's older than Wind Waker. Oh, hey yo.
Hey yo.
That little bit of opening a chest too. Wow. What the fuck, Roadrunner?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm glad I get to say this now. I'm glad Roadrunner introduced themselves. So now I know it's like, oh, I know who to credit with this.
Right.
But yes, I did. Again, I know that, like... I know that major part of the music, as from Wind Waker, being Daphne Snow Hansen Hyrule. Pretty sure the song is older than Wind Waker, though. So it could be like something linked from the Link to the Past. I still haven't played Link to the Past. It's Hyrule Castle from Link to the Past. That's what it is. Yep. Okay. Pretty sure. Fairly certain. But I'm a fake Zelda fan. I still haven't played Link to the Past after all these years. Anyway. Now that the princess's little game is over, we should move this along. The prosecution's stance is still the same, of course. We maintain that the evidence on its own is enough to convict the defendant.
I do believe I am nearly ready to hand down my verdict.
But, Your Honor... Nope. Golly, but, Your Honor, there's nothing that definitively shows that Malon committed the crime. This is all circumstantial. There's no way she could kill her own father.
Oh, that is an excellent point, defense. The prosecution has yet to elaborate on the defendant's motive. Patricide is not something a person commits lightly.
Holy shit. Kudos for making an Ace Attorney game that actually cares about motive.
Bah,
That's like
I did.
that's always been Sorry, that's always been kind of funny to me about Ace Attorney. It's like every other like murder mystery visual novel like always makes a point to bring up motive, but Ace Attorney does not usually.
Yeah, exactly. Usually be a prosecutor being like, obviously this person had a motive. And it's like, bitch, there's so many other motives out there. Anyway. But yeah, no, I'd like this one just immediately, like, the judge actually cares, like, oh shit, yeah, make that argument. Bah, I did briefly touch on a subject during my opening statement. You had an opening statement? But naturally, the prosecution is fully prepared to elaborate on the matter. I would like to call in my third witness. This person had a motive. Ah, yes, thank you, Captain Obvious. That has to be that ranch worker. Before calling him in, though, the prosecution requests a brief recess to prepare. I thought you said you were already prepared. Maybe he wants to double-check that his new witness won't pull anything weird like the princess did.
Very well. I do believe a break would benefit us all. The court will reconvene after a 15-minute recess. And this 15 minutes is going to feel strangely like 2 days.
Yeah, it's gonna seem like more like 46 hours-ish. 45 and a half, maybe?
Addison, it's only been 2 days, but it feels like years. Court is adjourned.
Okay, so now it should have auto-saved, right? Based on what was said?
And
Last
did you see
time
the
on
logo?
Hero of Law.
What? Nice.
But no, am I right about that, Knack?
There was
This
supposed
should
to be
have
like an
auto-saved?
icon, but I wasn't paying attention.
Oh yeah, there was. I was wondering that the HWC spinning badge in the bottom right. That okay? Yep, that's what I just now thought as I saw it spinning, and I think Rose also thought the same. It's also after each. It's after each scene fade. Yep. Okay. Cool. Yep. So yeah, cool. This is what we'll come back to when we get back. Is just Sad Malin. Yay. Yeah. So likely what I'll do is next stream will be Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time, which is same as this one was. I will likely before the stream starts put in that cheat code. I believe. Oh, if I'm right, I'm pretty sure that was the clue in the README was Song of Storms, which that's funny to me. I'm just curious about that though because it's in the like options menu, and I don't want to screw up the. I'll have to reread it again, but I don't want to screw up my screen setting because it took me some time to... Brightness menu, that's what it is. Okay. In the brightness menu. Because my mind was going, I don't want to screw up... Because it took me a while to get this, like, situated where it is, to where there's no black bars anywhere, but isn't cutting off any of the screen either. But if it's in the brightness menu, then okay, that should be simple enough. Yay. Okay, apparently I'm feel like flinging my hands around everywhere, I guess, at the moment. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this stream. Thank you, Knack, for tuning in. Bird, if you're still there, thank you for hanging out. Shoutouts to Roadrunner. Thank you for also hanging out while you did. Kudos on the game. Like I said, I will enjoy finishing this on Tuesday night.
This has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I freaking love Ace Attorney. Freaking love Zelda. I wanted to play this as soon as I heard about it. I would have played this back when it first came out, except, like I said, I was on a major hiatus from streaming. Not necessarily by choice, although if you count constantly being like, I should stream tonight, and I don't really feel like it as choice, then yeah, technically by choice I was on a long hiatus. But no, so yeah, I took longer.
You're also heavily addicted to AP.
That too, Archipelago consumed my life outside of work. Life for me this past year has been work and Archipelago. So, but no. So I would have played
Good
this.
News, you're about to combine AP with streaming. Sorry.
Exactly. Yes.
Cutting you off.
No, you're good. I'm hyped for it too. But yeah, so I would have played this when it first came out, but I'm happy to be playing it now, and this is absolutely phenomenal. And I look forward to finishing on Tuesday. Again, though, thank you all for joining very much. If you're watching the VOD, thank you very much for watching. Let me start up the music here real quick. Boom. There we go. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say we're listening to Hotline Suwani lo-fi music. But, yeah, so we will see you all next time. Thank you all very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Adios.
Good night, all.